to my channel, you guys. Today I am doing a full face of products I have not used in a very long time. I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to kind of just dig into the makeup I have behind, like in the back of all my drawers, and pick out the stuff that I used to love and see if I still enjoy it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I wanted to start off with a clean base so we can just get right on into it. So I'm going to go in with primer, and for primer I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Dewy primer, just a photo focus face primer. I used to use this quite often, and I think I put too much. I put way too much. Let's see how luminous that is. And I'm trying like new lighting to see if like maybe my lighting is a little better like this, because before it was just it's so bright in my videos, and I'm hoping it'll look good here. So I don't have anything new. So I don't have anything new for my, or anything old for my brows, because I've always kind of just used my ABH brow wiz. So I'm just gonna go in with this and do my brows, but I am gonna do them the way I used to do them. So I would shape them with my brow pencil and then go in with a dip brow. So I'm gonna do it like that for the purpose of this video. So let's just get right on into it. Anyways, I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh man, I'm telling you guys, I'm a mess. I have so much going on in my life right now that I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. Oh, I remember. I am in the process of growing out my eyebrows, and I'm actually really excited about it. I just kind of hate that I can't like touch my brows. Like when I'm doing my brows, like I see like a hair that's like out of place right now, but it has to be there for the growth, you know? And I kind of just want to pluck it out, but I can't because I'm like in the process of getting my eyebrows. I can't really talk when I'm doing my brows. I don't know why. Like, it's just, I can't. I don't know why. Like, literally, like, hold my breath. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with my dip brow. And of course, I'm going to be using the ABH Ebony dip brow. This is what I used to use all the time. And when I want that more defined eyebrow, I still go in with this. And I just go in very lightly and just fill in the rest of my brow. So I have some exciting news that I cannot wait to share with you guys. You guys will see it in a video. It'll be dedicated to just that. And I am honestly beyond excited for myself and for my family. It's just really something that's really good for us, and we're just honestly beyond excited that it's finally happening. There are some mixed emotions, but it just, I don't know, it's so scary. Yeah, whatever. My life is a disaster right now. Anyways, so like I was saying, we have some exciting news. Can't wait to share with you guys. And yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do is go clean up my brows, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. The Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which is what I used all the time. And I'm also going to use this as my primer for my eyes because, well, that's what I used to do. I was never a person to use an actual primer for my lids, for my eyeshadow, up until I started using the Gerard Cosmetics one, because y'all, that shit is bomb. You guys definitely need to get your hands on it when it comes back in stock, because it is out of stock. I'm just gonna go in and kind of buff it out. Okay, so back then I did used to set my lids, so I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop No Filter setting powder, which is also something I used to use all the time. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and just set my lids. That's one thing I love about the Gerard Cosmetic eye primer is that you don't have to set it. It literally dries down and there's no need to set it with like a setting powder. I'm gonna get the powder out of my eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna take it pretty far back, okay? I'm gonna go in with the Morphe x Kathleenlights palette, which is completely beat up. I've used it multiple times, like you can tell. Yeah, but I stopped using it because, you know, all these other eyeshadow palettes came out and, you know, just kind of went in the back of my collection. But I'm actually really excited to go in with this palette. I used to love this palette so much. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in for like a very simple everyday look. These eyeshadows were always such a hit. Like, I loved her eyeshadows that she came out with. They were so easy to blend. This was literally my favorite shade in the palette. Like, y'all can tell. This shade right here, I used it so much. And obviously, like, I don't use this palette much on my videos, also because it's not available anymore. And so I don't really like using products that aren't available to you guys, just in case like you guys do want to try it. Like, I'd rather put out videos with products that are available to you. So I had a birthday. I just turned 27. I feel so old, you guys. My birthday was on July 7th. I got so many sweet messages, so many birthday wishes. Honestly, I felt so much love from like people that aren't really like even that close to me. Like, but it did kind of suck, like the people that are really supposedly like really close friends and like family, so I don't even remember. And I'm just like, wow, like I always remember when it's someone's birthday. Like, I'm so good at birthdays and whatnot. But yeah, a lot of my family was just like very not about it this year. I was like, okay, people are forgetting about me. But I did get a lot of goodies for my birthday. Of course, it was makeup and 2 sweaters that I really wanted. And actually, you guys will be seeing that video first, like my haul of what I got for my birthday before this video. So by this time, you have already seen my haul. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with this darker brown right here and put it into the crease. And this is a very, very rich brown. So who got their hands on the Pure Cosmetics and Raw Beauty Christie collab? Because, oh my god, that was a pain in the butt to get. Literally, it launched at 9 a.m. I didn't purchase it till like almost midnight of that night, because it was in a queue. There was like 20,000 something people in front of me. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it. I was getting so frustrated. It was a whole entire mess. Like, they just did not expect to get so much traffic the way they did. And honestly, I am so happy and so proud of her. Like, just 2020 like has been a shitty ass year, but honestly, like with her, she's pregnant. She came out with her first collab. Desi Perkins is pregnant. Guys, I freaking cried when I saw both of their videos. I legit cried when I saw that they were both, when I saw that each of their videos. And then Desi's coming out with her own line. I don't know what it is, but y'all know I'm gonna get it. Y'all know I'm gonna get it, because I got to. Freaking, I love Desi. I remember waking up at 3 in the morning, okay? 3 in the morning, and we got to the Grove at like 5 in the morning to get in line to meet her at MAC. Her and Katie. I went with 2 of my friends, and we were there at 5 in the morning to meet them, and dude, it was a long ass day. And to top it all off, my ass ended up in the hospital afterwards because I got really sick. I don't even know why I got so sick, but it was just horrible. Very, very, very sick. So then I'm gonna go in with my lid shade. So before, I used to honestly never cut my crease. I would just put a shade on and be done with it, because that's just how basic it was. So that's what I'm going to do now. But obviously I'm going to make it look prettier than before. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This was my favorite shade to use in the palette as well. I mean, you guys can tell, like, I freaking beat up this palette. Like, this palette was used and abused. And the pigment, like, the pigmentation of these, like, do you guys see how pigmented it is? It's so gorgeous. And obviously, like, once I spray it, it'll be more pigmented. So this is literally what I used to do for my makeup. I was never like, oh, let me be precise on my cut crease. Let me make sure it's a defined line. But I feel like makeup now is just so specific, and if you don't do it a certain way, people don't like it. And honestly, like, I miss doing my makeup like this and just talking. And then obviously I just go in again with that brown shade and kind of just blend everything out. That just looks very simple and very pretty, but now everything has to be so much more like detailed. Like, it's a perfect precision. Like, it's just craziness. And honestly, at this point, I'm just like, I'm only doing this for the fun of it. Like, I'm not like, I mean, it'd be great to like blow up and start getting sponsorships and like, you know, getting paid. But honestly, like, I've started this for the fun of it. It kind of helps with my anxiety and my stress, and I've been under a lot of stress lately and a lot of anxiety that I've been having, like, really bad muscle spasms, and asthma has been flared up. So it's just been really, really hard for me lately. And I started just doing my makeup again for the fun of it, like, not like consistently like having to feel pressure to post on Instagram. And honestly, it just feels so much more fun again, and I'm actually enjoying it again. So I'm gonna go in with this foundation. This is the Frankie Rose Matte Perfection foundation. This I used to love so much because I used to be very, very oily. Not sure how I'm gonna like it now. That's why I used a dewy primer, so I would use this and it won't be so matte on me. So yeah, so I used to just dab it all over my skin. I don't know if this is the right shade. It looks like the right shade for me. And before, I used to put a lot of foundation. My friends used to make fun of me, like, oh my god, you put so much foundation. But it would always look really good afterwards, at least in the video. In real life, I don't remember. So, I'll see this clownery I'm doing right here. This is what I used to do. And then I would just grab the excess on here and then just go to town. It's really full coverage. It's very matte, but I would not kid around when it came to a matte foundation. Like, it's literally everything I would wear. Like, anything. Like, I would never get like a dewy or a natural finish foundation because I was so oily. I remember I got this foundation because my makeup instructor for my special effects class recommended it, and I freaking loved it ever since. because it is that very matte foundation that I used to enjoy. And don't get me wrong, like now that the summer's coming around, I will probably start wearing matte foundation more often, because obviously like during the summer you get oilier, you know, because of the heat. So then I am going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape, and I usually use light medium honey. This might be a little too bright for me, because I did stop using such a bright under eye concealer. I used to really go ham with the concealer. I used to like get a really light shade, like you can tell. You see how bright it is? It makes my nose look bigger. Oh my god. Yeah, like I used to love like a bright ass under eye. You know, and I'm not the only one. But I was saying that before I really loved that very bright under eye, and now not so much. I'm very like more natural and like natural look. Yeah, I mean it still looks good, like it makes me look very snatched, but lately honestly, like I became a mom of 2, and then my mom took in my brother's kids, so literally I feel like I have 5 kids now. So my hair's really red, so I really don't have much time to really sit down and do full-on glam every single day. So I kind of just figured out a way to kind of minimize it and make it look more natural. I'm gonna go in with my powder, which again I'm using the, what is this? The Colourpop No Filter powder. And I never set before, I never baked. I kind of bake now, but not as much. But before I would just never bake. I never really liked it, and I don't really like it now. I just kind of, I guess I kind of still do the same thing. I kind of just melt it into my concealer, like into my skin, and I feel like it just sets so much better like that. So then I also did used to go and set my face with a translucent powder as well, which I know it's crazy, but I mean I kind of still do it. I use my Fenty one, but it's not such a like a white ass translucent powder like the one I'm using now. I gotta make sure I really set my nose, because my nose does still get oily. Okay, so for bronzer, I don't really have an old bronzer. Oh yeah, I do actually. Never mind, I'm just kidding. So I was gonna use the Anastasia one. So for my bronzer, I'm gonna go in with this Physicians Formula Butter Collection and Casey Holmes collab. And I'm gonna go in with the butter bronzer right here, which is their original butter bronzer. I used to use this bronzer all the time when I first got her collab, and I just haven't used it in a long time, and it's a really great bronzer. I really do enjoy this bronzer. It's such a beautiful bronzer. Like, this is my favorite bronzer. Like, I don't even know why I stopped using it. It's really, like, I don't get it. I really don't. So I'm going to go in with the Copacabana blush, which is this one right here. And it's very lightly, because it does have a slight shimmer. It's that much of a shimmer bronzer. You guys see how gorgeous that is? I don't know if you guys can see. So then for highlight, I'm going to go in with the Just Beachy Butter Highlighter. This, again, was a limited edition, so I don't try and use it very much on camera. but it is very, very pigmented and very gorgeous, like you can tell. Ooh. Oh my lord, why did I stop using this? Let me just see how gorgeous that is. I believe, actually, you know what? I have a feeling this is actually still available at Ulta. So it is available on their website. So I will leave it linked down below. All the products that I have, I will leave down below. They also have it at Walmart. So if you're interested, it's at Walmart. It's definitely a must. I freaking love this collab. I love this collab a lot. As you can tell. Just glow. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with the palette here, and I'm going to go in and do the bottom lash line. And then I'm going to go in with the first shade that I used to buff that out. I'm telling you, my makeup used to be so freaking simple. Like, simple as hell. Now, I used to not wear lashes very often, but I don't have a curler, a lash curler, so I'm going to have to put lashes on anyways. So, for mascara, I am going in with the Voluminous Black. This has not changed. Like, I still use this, like, since way back when. And I never used to wear eyeliner, so I hated eyeliner, so I never wore it. But what I did do is go in with a black pencil. I used to go in with a black pencil and put it on my waterline no matter what color of my under eye was, straight up. Like, obviously it looks good with this, but like, I'm telling you, like, even like a bright ass like makeup look, literally this is all I would do. But of course I'm gonna add lashes because I need to add lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my brows. I've used to always use the Anastasia clear brow gel, but I don't use this very often anymore. I use the e.l.f. Cosmetics Wow Brow Gel. I just feel like it helps make my lashes look a little darker and a little fuller when I use that. So the last thing is my lips and the inner corner. So for lips, I used to never line my lips with a pencil, so I would just go in with my lipstick. And to take it back, I'm going to be using the Delta Colors. It is very, very dirty, as you can tell. I'm going to be using this Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Truffle. This was my shit back then. Like, this is what I wore all the time. This one and Sand, I think it was. So the last thing I'm going to do is the inner corner. I'm going to go back into this palette here, and I'm going to use this shade right here. And then I'm going to take the other shade, the one I used on my lid. I'm going to take the highlight shade in this collab and put it on my brow bone. Honestly, like I was mentioning before I noticed that I wasn't filming, I honestly love how my makeup looks. I look hella cute. I feel hella cute. And honestly, I don't even know why I stopped doing my makeup like this. Like, I'm in love with how my makeup look came out. And honestly, like, I'm gonna go back to what I used to love. Like, those basic ass makeup looks, I'm gonna do that again. I am, of course, gonna be doing my bold makeup looks because I still do love bold ass colorful makeup looks. But these are just my #1 thing, and I kind of lost sight of that. And just doing this video today with like old ass products that I used to use and doing my makeup the way I used to do it kind of made me realize that. So I'm actually really excited. I also did want to start incorporating other videos. I did a few videos prior, like in my channel. Like I did like lactation cookies, and I can't remember if I did another one. I'm not sure. But because we live in such a small house, it's very hard for me to do other kinds of videos other than just sitting down in front and filming. Like even like vlogging in this house is very difficult because we have so much stuff, because we don't have a lot of space. But things are changing, times are changing, shit's gonna change real soon, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna be vlogging more. I have a really fun idea once, you know, things are settled in place. So I hope you guys stick around. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you are notified every time I upload. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.